What's up, guys? Desert Bee here, and welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom on the Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, we're in Hateno Village because I am looking for some big, juicy gossip from Zelda's voice memories. I'm very curious if she's going to say anything about the house that she stole from Link, or maybe that she and Link shared. Yeah, that's the main reason why I'm here. I want to know what's going on. But before continuing on, I just figured let's look at some of the other functionality with the Zelda Notes app. So here's the main menu. Oh, wait, that's not it. Here's the main menu navigation. So besides the voice memories and the navigation, which we used a little bit last time, there's also this My Play data, which looks really cool. You get a bunch of medals for a bunch of different things. So this first one, it looks like I have all of them up to Master, which means that you've spent at least 200 hours in the game. So 239. Monster's Bane, I only have gold. Interesting. Because I've only defeated 3,077 enemies, and you need 4,000 for the Master Medal. Okay, I was looking for the name. Okay, oh, sorry. Treasure Hunter, you need to have opened 1,000 chests to earn Master there. And these are undiscovered. So I don't know what these are. They're weapons collected, materials collected, rupees collected. I don't know. Energy cell slots expanded. I feel like these should be filled in. I don't know. Zonai abilities used. Interesting. Not sure about those. Sage's powers used. We got Master. We've got meals eaten. So these ones must only be counting since we started. Here's distance traveled. Quests and adventures cleared. So we don't have all of them cleared yet. Shrine Seeker, which we completed all the shrines. I did that on the live streams. We did all of the light routes, which we did on the live streams. We have visited 1,437 locations. I don't know what the max is. Koroks. Yeah, I am definitely not a master Korok hunter or a master Korok transporter. Oh, Addison. Huh, okay. So you got to finish all the signs to master that. Voice memories activated. Oh, that's cool. Destinations visited, 59%. Daily bonus spins. Nice, okay. Series amiibos. Item box deposits made. So this is all part of the app functionality. So those are your medals and kind of your play data. There's also global play data. See how you compare to other players across the globe and see how the data breaks down by game area. That sounds fun. Okay. So this is kind of where you can compare your gameplay to others. That's pretty fun. Then you got your daily bonus, your amiibo scans, which you get additional amiibo scans every few days. When a Zelda amiibo is scanned, it'll be registered within the amiibo feature. In addition to viewing images of the amiibo and packaging, you can get a bonus by scanning the amiibo 5 times. So that's essentially what that is. Pretty neat. And then there's the photo studio, the item sharing, which I need to play with this a little bit first because I'm not sure how this works. The feature allows you to transfer items from the game to your item box, as well as exchange those items with other players. So I'm very interested to try this with somebody. To begin, item sharing. We'll figure all this out. It'll be fine. Skip all that. Okay, great. And then there's also auto build sharing, which is essentially the same thing. So yes, I need codes. I may go on to like Reddit or somewhere and see if anybody has started a Reddit thread for all of the just like QR codes for builds that people are using. I need some of those. Okay, well, let me turn on. I guess let me turn on. Let's start with here. There's one right here. So let's turn on some navigation.
Activating. Proceed a short distance north.
Short distance north. So now Zelda, from what I can gather anyways,
Proceed a short distance northeast.
is that Zelda seems to have spent a lot of time in Hateno Village. Not only did she live here, she had a home, but she also
Proceed a
seems
short distance east.
to have
In this vicinity.
started a school system. She had a school built here.
Proceed a short distance south. In this vicinity.
Feels like it's like right here. Here it is.
Kochi Dye Shop here in Hateno Village specializes in dyes. The owner, Sage, stuck his own head into his dyeing machine and turned his trademark red hair black. Apparently it happened while he was working on an idea he got from some drawings his son Safaro made. I must admit, I am intrigued with what he's up to.
He turned his hair black? That's pretty funny, actually. So there's supposed to be another one right here. You can kind of do this one of two ways. You can either go from the navigation and start your navigation
Guidance
to get there.
activating. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance north. In this vicinity.
Or you can do it from the voice memories window.
That people have time to consider and enjoy fashion is a sure sign that life is returning to normal in Hyrule. I'm sure much of the credit for the interest in fashion is thanks to Cece's determination and inspiration. I hear the idea for the mushroom pattern came to her when she visited Terrytown in Akala.
Oh, when she visited Terrytown. Interesting, interesting. Okay, well, let's get over here and see what we're all interested in seeing. And I want to know... I'm just going to let it sort of ping at us. So if I switch here, I'll show you. So if you kind of go back, here's the home screen. We were just in navigation, but if I switch over here to the voice memories thing, on the bottom, it'll start searching for voice memories and you can switch between the three characters at the top. So I'm just going to let it search and then it'll just kind of start when we're close and see if that works out. I feel like there's definitely got to be memories in her house. I mean, it looks like it on the map too. If I can't find him, we'll bring up the navigation again. Here we go.
This room feels a little lonely, so I've decided to decorate it with pictures of the people and places I encountered on my travels. And also with the memories of my dearest friends.
Her dearest friends. You mean Magda? Zelda. Come on. She didn't say anything about this being Link's house. It sounds like we're close, but I wonder if it's outside at the well. I want her to say some juicy news about her and Link living together.
While we were digging a well, I came upon a hidden room. It may have been connected to the main building at one time, but it seems it was forgotten as years passed. Still, it could be used again, with a little work on the more decayed areas. I imagine something precious was once stored in that treasure chest. What could I put there?
And then she goes on to put Link's hairband in there, right? Okay, hold on. I want to double check something because she said, well, they were digging the well. Okay, never mind. I was starting to think like, wait, is what's written in her journal contradictory of what she just said? She said they were digging the well. They discovered this hidden room that she thinks used to once be part of the house. Let's take a look. Blah, blah, blah. Saw collapsed buildings. I watched people heard blah, blah, blah. There, okay. Part of sprawling, beautiful, so many children. Recruited Simon for his assistant, which makes him well equipped to deal. Okay. I commissioned Bolson, who taught his trade of, I'm going to turn this dinging off, sorry. I commissioned Bolson, who taught his trade to Hudson of Hudson Construction to construct the school for us. Okay, never mind. I had him add a secret room to my house, one that won't appear on the plans. It's dim, but humidity and temperature controlled, so it's comfortable. It's proven to be useful. Work on the school. Huh. All right, I guess they don't contradict each other. She just left out some key details in the journal, I guess. Okay, so those are the only two at the house. Really, Zelda, I really wanted some more juicy gossip. I need more info. Let's see, it looks like there's one to the north here, so... And you can also use this just like this without the navigation too.
A strange horned statue. It suddenly spoke to me, calling itself a dealer in life and power, and I felt an overwhelming sensation, like my life was being drained away. But just as suddenly, a bolt of lightning struck the statue, toppling it into the water. That feeling... I do not think the statue had good intentions. It is best left submerged.
Oh, interesting. So I'm thinking, I mean, it feels to me like almost like the goddess Hylia or somebody. There's like some divine intervention to prevent that horned statue from trying to steal Zelda's life essence, which is interesting because she didn't care that that statue stole it from Link, and then it toppled into the water, and then we'll find out, I mean, we already did, but you can find out from, what is her name? I'm drawing a blank on Robbie's wife's name, and anyways, she says that they moved the statue down there into that hall, I think. Oh, no, wait a minute. The statue tells you that. Hold on. It's all coming back to me. It's been a while since I played that part of the game, but yeah, the statue, if you find it in that corridor. Oh, found another one.
I always feel at home when I am in Hateno village. The smells of well-tended soil and freshly cut grass, the refreshing breeze coming off Mount Lanayru washing over me, the sound of children at play in the village. I am so glad to see life slowly returning to normal here.
Aw, well, that makes sense. She did make her home here. Anyways, I'm still stuck on the statue. So essentially the statue, we learned from the statue that they moved it into that dark tunnel. And so that's interesting. We kind of maybe learn why that happened. Let's see. Is this next one at the school? Probably. I'm sure she has a memory at the school. So let me just turn this off for you guys so it's not taking up so much of the screen. And I wonder if she has a memory at the ancient tech lab too. Oh, man, I really wanted some gossip about the house. What a bummer. At this point, I don't really have, I'm just kind of like hopping around. Oh, hold on, here we go.
I pray that as the restoration work continues, Hateno School will become a place where children can find many paths toward their futures, that it will shine as a beacon of hope for generations to come.
So when she got sent to the past, it sounds like the school wasn't yet complete. Or maybe when her and Link just left to go on their little journey. Interesting. Anyways, yeah, I don't really have an itinerary. I just so happened to be starting up today, and I thought to myself, I am very curious to find out if Zelda has anything to say about their home. So let's see. I'll turn the screen back on. That is all of the voice memories in Hateno Village. So I can actually hide the ones that we've already found. So there are a couple here and also down toward the beach. So let's go see if we can find these. I'm wondering if if I turn and look. Yeah, I bet the top or the first one is probably at the ancient tech lab. And then I think there is a path that goes from the ancient tech lab all the way down to the beach, maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. I really wish I was able to call my horse. I would have loved a feature that allowed you to call your horse from anywhere on the map, such as the DLC from Breath of the Wild. So let me just see here. Oh, actually, this might be the farm. Hold on. Yeah, the farm.
I will forever associate Hateno pasture with the meal I had here 100 years ago. However, when I returned recently and inquired after the recipe, no one seemed to know what I was referring to. Could that unforgettable dish be lost to time?
Ooh, interesting. Do you think she was talking about the cheese? Did they have cheese 100 years ago? Well, no, because they didn't have cheese in Breath of the Wild. How strange it must be for, I mean, Link seemingly doesn't have feelings, but for Zelda anyways, to have been in Hyrule and interacted with people 100 years ago and then to come back and pretty much everybody's gone and dead, aside from maybe some of the Zora. Honestly, I feel like Zelda's life has been kind of sad. Losing her mother when she was a girl, her father to the calamity that she couldn't prevent, and all of her friends, and Urbosa, same thing during the calamity. And then she finally gets Link back at least and kind of starts to rebuild, and then only to be sent into the past and to like establish relationships with Sonia and Rauru, and then only for them to die. Like, can this girl catch a break?
It seems that when the calamity was defeated, all of the ancient relics here at the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab turned to dust and disappeared.
What?
All that remains are replicas of the originals. And with those gone, these are even more valuable. They will doubtlessly help tell future generations of the history of Hyrule.
They turned to dust. All the relics here turned to dust. So is that an explanation as to why there is no Sheikah Tech here? What in the world? There is another voice memory, but I think it's down below me. So that's a replica. It's not a real guardian. Oh, hello. Feels like it's like in this corner. Let me see where it wants me to go.
Guidance activating. Proceed upward.
Up. Oh, I wonder if it could be... Oops.
Proceed southeast and upward.
Southeast and up. More up?
Proceed upward.
More up.
In this vicinity.
In this vicinity. Did they put a memory all the way on top of this guardian?
Proceed a short distance south. In this vicinity.
I can never remember quite how to get. There we go. Well, they sure did.
Pura has used the blackboard in her room to write out the details of how she reversed her physical age. I still can't believe she got the idea from sheep's fat. Regardless, it seems she quickly got bored of her childhood form. It is amusing that, despite 100 years passing and Pura growing old, then young, then a little older, she hasn't changed in at least one way. She will become obsessive about something, yet grow tired of it quickly.
That's funny. Sheep's fat. And these are all images of the guardians that we don't get to see in this game anymore. I think this is probably where it wanted me to go, would be my guess. So, oh, okay. I thought that there was more. But the next one's down here on the beach. Looks like right where all of that stuff is. Let's see. Does she have any? She does. She's got a memory out on Eventide Island. It seems like the biggest cluster of them are, of course, around here at the castle. I'm sure there's tons of stuff there. Oh. This map is so hard to... Well, that's Dig Dog Bridge. So this area right around in here, I think, should be the Great Plateau. So well, we know she has one from all the trailers at the Temple of Time, but I wonder if she also has one where her father's grave is too. And then, oh, Cluster of Memories in Gerudo Town. I'm really excited to hear those as well. Oh, and even one at the Ancient Skeleton way down there. What about Death Mountain? I think is here. She doesn't have a single memory around Death Mountain. She went all on about Rivali, and she doesn't have a single thing. I mean, unless they're about Daruk somewhere else. It could be this cluster, maybe. That feels far away. Maybe that is Goron City. I don't know. I'll have to look at the map. Okay, where are we? Should be right here.
Even though 100 years have passed, and so many things have happened, this place hasn't changed a bit. Its enduring nature has shown me that it's all right not to force change.
I wonder what's special about this place, though. Let's see if we can find this Korok. She probably has a bunch of memories in Kakariko Village, too, I would guess. So let's see. Well, all right. I guess this probably, that cluster that we saw on the map probably was Goron City. All right, I'll let her off. Let's see. I don't know. Where can we go next? Let's take a look at the map. So, looks like she may have some at Lurelin Village. So Zelda and Link were all over the place after the calamity, which I think is so cool. There's something right here. Is that... That's got to be... Yeah, this is at the spring. She could have something interesting to say there, because this is the spring that she couldn't go to until she was of a certain age, you know? And it was her last chance. Her last chance to awaken her sealing power, which of course didn't work. I'm still just amazed by how good this game looks. It's so pretty. In HD. But in game itself, I mean, you got quicker loading screens and of course the enhanced graphics, but without the Zelda Notes app, there's not a lot of extra additional things. Or I'd say, I guess there's really no additional or extra things within the game itself. It's all kind of tied to the Zelda Notes app. Ooh. I'm debating, do we travel there on foot? I guess so. Oop. There's also, I don't know how many yet. I haven't actually booted up Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2, but there's also a bunch of voice memories on Breath of the Wild as well. And so I'm interested about those. These ones, they specifically tell you, I showed you yesterday, that she's kind of cataloging thoughts and stuff on her travels after the calamity, but before all of the things happened when she gets sent back to the past in Tears of the Kingdom. And so in Breath of the Wild, I would have to guess that the voice memories are maybe going to be from kind of the in-between stuff that happened in between, like, the different memories that we saw in Breath of the Wild. So maybe, you know, her and Link traveling around Hyrule, her going to the different springs, her running off and trying to hide in Gerudo Town to get away from Link, all of that stuff. Those will be a lot of fun to find too. I hope that there's a lot of them. And from my understanding, I think that only Zelda has voice memories in that game. I just feel like the menu scrolls so fast. Am I cold again? So I know there's gloom hands up here somewhere. Oh, we're almost there. Oh, look. Oh, that's a nice photo. Nadra. My album is full. I feel like they should give us more album space. That should have been part of a Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 upgrade. I don't think I've ever seen Nadra get so close. Is there a chasm? There's one there. I know the album's full. I just want to look. Wow, it's flying right up next to the tower. Which is just interesting to me because that's where it was stuck when we found it. Her, I guess I could say her. I'm not really sure. In Breath of the Wild. Since it is supposed to be representative of the goddesses, you know, her seems appropriate to me. But Lanayru in Skyward Sword seemed to be a male dragon. You know what? Maybe Eldon as well. Somehow I've lost the road. Whoa! This is so cool. I feel like there was so much focus following Zelda, the light dragon, around that I don't really know the other three dragons' paths all that well. Oh no. Lizalfo's camp of all things. Ooh, but I do love those blue Lizalfo's horns. That trophy hunter in me. Somehow I missed the gloom hands, so that's great. Oh, you know what? No, I keep looking for the road. It must be there. Ooh, wait a minute. This might be where the gloom hands are. This would be a great moment to have Rivali's Gale. I'm so interested still in all of that stuff that Zelda was saying about Rivali. I'm just like, what? They just did not seem like they were close at all. So I'm very surprised by that. I do feel like we should go check out the Korok Forest and see the faster frame rate and all that for ourselves. Okay, so this memory looks to be real close.
The last time I descended this mountain, the powers I had inherited were still beyond my grasp. The calamity was soon to come, with all its despair and destruction. But now, thanks to the flame of hope kept alive by the champions, by Link, I can do my utmost for everyone.
Huh. All right. That wasn't as emotional as I thought it might be. Okay, so after that, I'll turn this back on. I don't know. It's really, you could go anywhere you want. I mean, we could continue on down the coast. We could, what's to the north? Oh, that's Zora's domain. We could continue up north and go towards Zora's domain. Gosh, I'm having such a hard time like figuring out the map. I don't know why they made the map look the way that it does. So, see, this area would be Kakariko Village. She has a memory in this swamp area, which is interesting. It seems like they're just all over the place. And then the whole road up to Zora's domain. Where am I? I'm over here. I don't think there's anything between where I am and Kakariko Village. I'm almost a little bit I'm kind of wondering, what if we head off to Kakariko Village and then we take that back road? Oh no, because the back road goes here. But there is a back road where you can go down this way and then take the road up through here and then up into Zora's domain. So over to the west. I don't have my map on. Out to the west. Yeah, so far this has been fun. I'm glad that they're giving us at least a little teeny tiny reason to open Tears of the Kingdom back up and have just kind of like something new to get you back into playing the game. Of course, I'm always going to be sad that there was no DLC. I definitely feel like they could have totally added that. Even if it weren't like part of the DLC for Breath of the Wild, there was 2 expansion packs and one of it was story stuff and one of it was just random. I would have been fine with just random stuff. So here's that road. I feel like so much of Tears of the Kingdom, we were either flying across the sky or using the hover bike. So I feel like I'm way less familiar with traversing the ground in Tears of the Kingdom than I was in Breath of the Wild. Like a lot of the roads I was so used to riding on or walking on are now blocked in Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm just not as familiar with it. Which is a reason why I said last time that I don't think I want to use the hover bike in any future playthroughs that I do, because while it was super convenient to get around, and if you're just sort of trying to get from one place to another real quick, I think that in general, it almost reduces the enjoyment in the gameplay for myself personally. Just because I feel less connected to the world, and like I just miss things. I miss little changes, and I miss, I don't know, being down on the ground instead of flying over everything. Oh boy. Whoop. Really wish I had my horse. I could definitely see using this app as a way to try to 100% the game, though. The Koroks still feel like a daunting task, but things like the Addison signs and... what else? Okay. Goodness. Yeah. Get in the water. What do we have for meals? Very, very scarce on meals. Yeah, it's been... I haven't really been using this profile for much of anything besides just random footage that I need, so I feel like I need to kind of build back up. I need to work my meals back up, and probably some of my inventory stuff too. Let's change. Where are we going? We're going to Kakariko Village. Let's look the part. I wonder what she would say. I'm sure that there aren't going to be any memories that talk about this, but I am just curious. Like, what does she know or remember from the time that she was holding Ganondorf or Calamity Ganon back, waiting for Link to heal and come and finish the job? Like, I wonder, is she just sort of like suspended and not super aware during that whole time? Although, I mean, she was definitely conscious, because as soon as Link woke up, she knew it. And she in fact, I think was the one who woke him. So maybe she felt his spirit get strong enough to be able to wake up. It's kind of like while she was a dragon too, right? Like they say that she was Minoru, like you'll lose yourself, you won't be you anymore, and all this stuff. But she was aware enough. Now we upgraded my froggy armor fully, right? Or at least enough to be slip proof. Yeah. I love the feet. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We have one just to the north.
It seems the great fairy Kotera no longer lives here. I have heard that the only truly appropriate offering to her was rupees, and after the villagers started offering vegetables, thinking that would suffice, Kotera quickly grew weak. She was too considerate of the villagers' feelings to say anything, though.
What? Oh my gosh, see, this is the kind of stuff I need. So, Zelda seems like she knew Kotera on a first-name basis, which is Interesting. And then the villagers offering her vegetables. That's hilarious. Let's see. I want to go do this.
Guidance activating. Proceed southeast.
Proceed southeast. Is this the entrance to the village?
Proceed a short distance southeast.
Ah, Kakariko village. The Sheikah that live here are quite peaceful, but that does not mean they are unwilling or unable to defend themselves. I would not be surprised if this village avoided the worst of the calamity because any monsters that threatened it were summarily dealt with by the villagers themselves.
All right. Interesting. Okay, so we have a few here in Kakariko village. And now these people... Let's think. I don't know. Do these people live for a long time? Impa did. Oh, the cherry blossoms.
A garden for growing plums. 100 years ago, Impa planted a plum tree here to celebrate a child's birth. It really has grown into something beautiful since that time. The care Melly has put into maintaining this place is clear to see. Now that I think of it, could she be...
Oh, maybe she's the child Impa planted the garden for? Actually, now that I think about it, doesn't she say... Oh, no. I kind of forgot the chickens attack. I thought Melly was just going to yell at me. Look at her little smirk. I know. The moment someone tells you not to do something, that's all you want to do. I was young once. I've been there. But let me tell you, Sonny, you have to grow up eventually. You got that, idiot? Any scoundrel who tries to mess with my plum trees will learn their lesson. Now stand up straight and listen up. Plums symbolize endurance and prosperity, the way they persevere through harshness of winter and flower at the first sight of spring. When Sheikah were once driven out of the kingdom, we strive to live in harmony with the world around us. We consider plum trees the silent guardians of the village. They were planted by the previous chief the day I was born. So they were planted for Melly. And for some reason, Zelda didn't know that. All right. All right, what's next?
A local guardian. It has long been believed that frogs bring good luck. In fact, they hold spiritual significance for the Sheikah. For my part, I pray not only that the land of Hyrule be restored, but that we can then continue to work together and achieve great things.
Oh, the little frog statues. It took me a minute to figure out what she was talking about. But all the little Sheikah frog statues. Interesting. So that, I want to get this one over here. Is it? Oh.
The house where Coco lives. She picked such an abundance of flowers for me that we decided to make garlands with them. She said she would teach her little sister Kotla how to make them as well. Seeing her work so hard stirred memories of when Mother taught me how to weave garlands together, though I found it very difficult at first and may have even cried in frustration.
So you get backstory as to why the girls make the garlands. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, it looks like there's 2 more. One here.
I came here to visit a friend that I had not seen in 100 years. She had been an advisor to the royal family, and following the calamity, she became the leader of this village while awaiting my return. The relief on her face when she saw me. We talked for hours and hours, trying to make up for all the time we'd lost.
Aw, see? I'm glad. She at least has some friends still alive when she comes back. And then... is the other one here? Oh, the fish.
There are beautiful fish with a unique patterning living in the waters beneath the falls. They must be the ornamental fish Sheikah researchers worked tirelessly to breed here 100 years ago. Their efforts were certainly hindered by the calamity, but it doesn't surprise me that the Sheikah would still find a way to finish their work.
Which is interesting, because this is the only place in the game you can find these fish. Or at least in Breath of the Wild, that was true. I guess I'm not quite sure if that's true in Tears of the Kingdom, but I think it is. So that's all of the voice memories in Kakariko Village. I feel like from here, we could... well, we really could go anywhere, but I'm thinking maybe we ought to go... we'll go down around the mountain here. We can exit through the back and then follow this way because there's a voice memory back here, and then head up the road to Zora's domain and we can check out the memories that are there. I'm sure she'll have stuff to say about Mipha, but I wonder if she'll have anything to say about Sidon too. And maybe King Dorphin, because she knew both of them back then as well. Well, that's it for today, guys. This has been so much fun. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. I'm Brittany with DesertBeeGames. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like or subscribe if you're new here for more gameplay videos just like this one. If you'd like to see your name at the end of every video, please consider joining channel memberships right here on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube every Saturday, so stop by sometime and say hi. Can't wait to see you there.